tonight's question: what is your character's greatest achievement? We'll go down the line, starting with Estrella.
Well, that is actually a question you technically can answer. It greatest that it could be future, not present. Though I think they meant our characters currently, and that's a good one. Think either hope all this or not lost the temptation of power.
All right. Well, I think we still have to see how well that's going to go. But what about Elias?
Probably buying my freedom and surviving after the shit she was already thrown at me.
Yeah, sounds fair. What about Jerry?
Yeah, probably not dying once till this point.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the small folk are concerned, I'm pretty sure they would agree. Not exactly the usual life expectancy. What about Sakura?
I think Sakura's might be literally being told she's gonna be the next emperor. Like, I feel like that's a pretty big achievement there. Someone being like, you're cool enough to be like the next emperor. Yeah, it's good vibes.
All right, cool. So last time, whose mic can we hear?
I think it's probably mine.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe
go on mute.
pushed it all. Oh. But yeah. So last time, as our party tried to understand what the elemental spirits found in their blood could mean, they were joined by Hinaga Tenshiro in the Kakita library. He was caught up on what the yin yang disc in the middle of the room was, and the group got to debating the desires and intentions of the elder elementals. Kaizen seemed worried, claiming that the beings were evil and that they were end bringers and enemies to humanoids and dragonkind. However, Estrella seemed to disagree, eerily speaking about herself in the third person as she made a case for the elementals. But Hinaga assured her that the elementals were constantly at war, even if they didn't have humanoid politics. He seemed to vouch for the group, however, assuring Kaizen that they were capable fighters without any elemental transformations and more than able of controlling themselves. Besides, if they were going to go get tested properly, why not do it at the festival full of powerful samurai that they were already going to attend? Eventually, Kaizen agreed to let them leave, and Hinaga offered to help Seto get his rings in the city as thanks to his father. He also warned Elias that some Shira Corp members had arrived in the city and were probably looking for him, as were the local bounty hunters from the shinobi school. He suggested that helping Sumihime might make the local government less inclined to collect on his bounty, and so the party readied to go to Lady Doji's shrine. Seto and Jun split off from the group, with Hinaga making their way to the Asahina school to get Seto's water ring, and there, to his surprise, he was to perform a kabuki play. Thankfully, with the help of his bardic friend June and the slard which she summoned, they were able to put on a show which ended in flaming swords and a flurry of skill from both actors, finishing with a bang and earning Seto his ring. Between the pair, they had one ring down and three to go. Meanwhile, the rest of the party had made their way with Lady Sumihime to the shrine of Lady Doji. The shrine itself was hidden within a great tree bearing pink blossoms and a magical rope strewn with enchanted prayer flags. And while outside the tree, two groups were gathered. One was a group of bickering Crane Clan samurai debating how to best approach the situation, and the other a pair of winged teenage fae folk who Estrella recognized to be from the Sakura forest. Jerry was using his map to try and pinpoint any other angry yokai like the one they'd seen in the museum, but when he did, it quickly became apparent that the city was infested. However, due to the pattern of glowing dots moving around this map, it seemed like they were emanating from one place, and that source was right here at Lady Doji's shrine. Answering their questions as best she could and claiming to have done this several times before, Sumihime readied herself and the party as they led her into the maze beyond the Torii Gate. On the other side of the portal, they were met with silence, magical silence preventing the song of any creature from escaping the tree, but also preventing the party from making any sounds or casting most of their spells. This became a bigger problem when Elias found the first eyeless, masked head baring its teeth as it rose from the ground on an impossibly long neck. The battle was on, and before they knew it, more heads were appearing and attacking them from every direction. Hands grew from the walls and tried to grasp at the party. Smaller yokai made of teeth and eyes scrambled around, gnashing their jaws, but the party fought on, making their way deeper into the maze as several heads were severed, only for two more to grow back in their place each time. Jerry tried to avoid severing the heads and managed to clear a path all the way to the end of the maze where they could finally see the actual creature which they were fighting. And that is now where we rejoin our fearless heroes in the heart of the monster's lair. And it has just been Estrella's turn. She has just smashed one of the heads and run away to cast a healing light as she's run deeper into the maze. And we had finished at the end of your turn. But Sakura, we are going to assume that you've just walked in through the Torii Shrine. You're at the beginning of the maze, and you can roll for initiative as well to see. You might act next. Okay. Cool. Good. I'm glad actually, because didn't want to throw you right into that.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah.
Wait, why am I still somehow like? Am I near the top of this? What the fuck?
Yeah, no, the rolls on initiative here were awful.
Oh god. Let me actually just go close the door quickly.
Come on,
I
man.
think
That twinsie
my
is
buddies
good.
are being a bit loud. Just lock them outside. You guys are being a bit loud. Very offended. Okay, that should be better.
Okay, so first up, as we jump back into the battle, is going to be one of the smaller yokai who Elias has just run past, and he is going to now sort of chase after you, Elias, and make his attack.
Rat bastard.
Oh, and I forgot because so after oh yeah, good. So after Estrella's turn on initiative count 20 is the lair action, as this one hits you with a 22, by the way. But this, as you see this creature running and like chomping down into your leg, you see the Yokaidra is busy waving its arms up in the air, and it looks like it would be making a hell of a noise, but it is still completely quiet in here. But it is waving its arms in the air, and you're not entirely sure what it has just done, but just try to do something. As Elias, you take 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay, I can deal with that.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying. Okay, then it is the other one that was I seem to have forgotten about last time. That is next to you there, Jerry. So it is going to make it an attack against you. God, I can't even see my own dice. That was an 8, so that one misses. As yeah, these tiny little things you also imagine would be gnashing their teeth, but you still can't hear any of them as they're just rushing in. Sakura, as you're standing in this maze, not entirely sure what's going on, you see one of these creatures run around the corner, and you see it just come running towards you. It is just basically a giant, just a jaw with eyes on the side of it and limbs hanging in every different direction as it just runs straight towards you and makes an attack. Okay, with a 15, it misses as you see it coming, and it is completely quiet in here. You know that you cannot use any verbal components to any spells, which is a huge disadvantage. That is coming from a rope tied around the tree that you are currently standing within. And however, oh, okay, we'll get to that later. I don't think it's going to come up right now, but Sakura, that does take us onto your turn, as you know that the rest of your party has gone on ahead with Z and Sumihime. They've gone deeper into the maze, and they took the path on the left. I'll give you that much.
Let me see if I have any.
So there's also yeah, there's a bunch of new things that everyone sort of had a look over last week. You maybe don't look at all of that on this turn, but during everyone else's turn, you might want to look through it because the elemental transformation stuff has got mechanics for everyone. So you've got a couple of new spells, and there's a secondary like mode that you can go into when you're below half your hit points. But there's a couple of spells that you got there, and those don't require components. Just important for everyone to know.
Does this really not have any? Ooh, okay, this might be a good one to use then. I'll take a look at the other things later, but I think first of all she'll flick her falcon to just fly up. Because she does not want to. Can these things fly?
That thing in front of you is doesn't look like it can. No, that one doesn't look like much of a threat.
Okay. Let me actually see where I want to put this thing.
I will say these walls are ridiculously high up. So and you're inside a tree. You can't actually see the sky from in here. So it's flying over the walls is not really much of an option. The walls seem like they are leaves, but as Elias discovered that they are kind of fleshy on the inside. It seems like there's something else going on with this maze.
Okay, and then I'm not going to be able to summon a huge creature in here, I assume.
Maybe, but it would have trouble getting around. Huge, like, yeah. I mean, you can see that these passageways are not very wide at all. Like maybe two medium creatures can stand next to each other. Probably not a huge one, but there is space around here. You might be able to. But what are you trying to do? There's just this little yokai in front of you. There's like statues on either side and two directions that you could possibly go in.
You know what? She'll just attack with the Scion Blade for this turn, I think, and then I'll take a look at everything.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's very nice. So, are you doing that one-handed or two-handed?
As much as I'd like to, I don't actually know. Let me roll a d100 above 50, one-handed, below 50, two-handed, I guess. A two-handed, it seems.
Okay, yeah, you using that katana training. Everything that you've got, but realizing that the sword is much easier to wield because you can actually use your mind, and you do some pretty good damage to it on that attack.
Nice. I think she'll still use her Bakken to go up though, just to stay out of its range. I think she will take an attack of opportunity from it though. She does flick to just go up like 15 feet or so.
Yeah, so you'll see this thing just trying to jump up and snap at your ankles as you go into the air. Okay, that does hit you. That got a 19.
I think I'll use a shield
Oh, okay.
reaction. Because I don't want to see what kind of damage this does.
Cool.
I'll undo the damage there.
Oh, is it? Fuck, it is. Never mind. I take damage.
Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, thank you for reminding us that. So you take 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
This is the thing you see jumping at you from below.
Okay.
Okay, if it's stuck on your screen again, Tom, it shouldn't happen. But is that going to be your turn, Sakura?
Yeah.
Okay, that is then going to take us on to Z's turn, as she is going to. Let's see, okay, she chases after Sumihime and is trying to follow after the rest of you guys. Okay, she gets right up next to you here, Jerry, and she's going to make an attack against the head that is currently between the three of you there. Or when she hit. All right, and does terrible damage. So she's going to, as she just like comes forward and she tries to stab it right between the eyes and just tries to plunge the sword into its head. As she retracts it, you can see her trying to say something to you, Jerry, but she swings again for the second attack. Okay, yeah, and with this one, she just as she retracts the blade, she's going to throw an uppercut and just catch it under the jaw with the hilt of her blade, knocking its chin back as it falls back onto the other one, and that head is not unconscious. She doesn't cut the head off. But Jerry, that is going to take us onto your turn as you see Z run up to you and do this next.
I get to teleport back. Just teleport to the big monster and start hitting it.
Okay, is it letting you move, Spy?
Manually it does. There we go. And he'll make an attack. Can I actually do it properly?
Uh-oh.
Well, clearly it doesn't work, so manually it is.
What? That's not working?
Trying to attack with spike, but it doesn't let me. 22.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Maybe let's do this time. Normal. Oh, it works now. Wait, it already hit as roll for damage. A whole 2 damage.
See Spike just biting one of its what you thought were toes, but then you realize they're actually giant fingers coming out from underneath this fleshy mass. Yeah, 2 damage.
Then I'll swing if I can find my weapon. There it is. It is a bonus action. I'll activate the blade. Spend the charge to activate it and then attack. So normal. 24 to hit.
Yeah, 24 hit.
How much do I add? I think it's yeah, 2d8 and I'll divine smite it, so I haven't used a lot of spells. Yeah, I'll use the third one. So 68.
And Divine Smite uses no verbal stuff, right?
No, nothing.
Cool.
48 on the first. And now a second level one on a second attack if I hit. I hit.
Yeah, 31 I think will do.
And 43 on the second one. And I'll use, did I use my, barely remember anything from last week. I'll use the fire one when I hit him. Let's see, maybe it says here if I used it or not.
Sorry, I can hear you there. You said you'll use the fire rune on him,
Yeah, I'm
and what?
just not sure if I used it or not last week.
I don't know.
Well, I didn't, so I'm using it. I need
Okay.
it takes a 2d6 fire damage and a strength save.
Okay, got an 18 on the strength save.
Yeah, it succeeds, so nothing happened. Just the damage.
Okay, so how much? Sorry, was it 4 on top of that 5?
Yeah, 4.
Okay, so as you start slicing into this creature, you see that a large mass of it. I assume you trying not to cut the heads off.
Yeah, I'm just slashing at its stomach.
Okay, yeah. So as you do this, you slice into it, and you see it looks like blood spilling out, but it's like this black ichor. And and as you do this massive amount of damage, you see the large splatter that you create on the floor. You see a mask rise to the top of the splatter as it starts to like animate itself as another creature appears next to it in that splatter. and you now realize that it is not limited to just the heads.
Mm.
The same one we thought.
Yeah, it looks exactly like the one that you fought before. Another one of those.
Fucked up Tangela.
Oh, that's my turn. Boom.
I'm not sure attacking that thing
Do
is
it.
a good idea. So oh, I'm just gonna deal with these these little guys. How far does it seem like I can punt one of these?
Yeah, they seem like human size, like a small
Ah,
human. They're not tiny, but they are. I mean, they're shorter than you. They're maybe like about 5 foot high. But yeah, I mean, with enough enough strength, you could probably actually get it off the ground. It's just a large mass of flesh, really.
well, I'm going to do just the easy thing, and I'm going to, if I can just cut it in half. Do I not have? Alrighty. Does that hit?
Sorry, what is that? 15 against that little guy. Yeah, that does actually hit.
Okay, awesome.
Remember, you guys can target so that it auto does the thing.
7 damage and
Um,
okay. Then just for my bonus, I'm going to also attack this one. Or not. It's not rolling with disadvantage.
That's what I was. Formula.
Oops. Well then,
Yeah.
that'll be it for me. That's all I can do.
well, no, I mean, if you probably won't. Oh, I mean, it might have been disadvantage. No, wait.
No, it only rolled one a d20. Check the formula and even check the dice roll.
Was the normal roll.
Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, Elias, you do some pretty severe damage to the one directly in front of you. That one's looking like it's just bleeding and gargling on the floor, but the other one you miss, and the bolt goes into the wall. Is that going to be your turn?
Yep.
Okay, then that is going to take us on to Lady Sumihime. All right, Tez. Okay, so yeah, as she runs out here, she also sees the sort of mound of earth and just in front of her there that Elias was trying to avoid the first time, and she just looks up at the main creature and is going to start making her way towards it. However, with difficult terrain, I think that's as far as she can go. Yeah, as she comes around the corner, she's then going to she's going to prep her blade, and she's going to you'll see her swipe up as she draws her blade, and there will be just a wall of wind, sort of this wind scythe that comes out of the blade as she attacks at long range at the Yokaidra. Okay, dex save. Okay, it does succeed, but it takes a fair whack of damage. That is going to be Sumihime's action. That is going to take us. Let's see, I think to the main creature itself. Oh no, I think there's one more. Oh, it's this little one that you just tried to shoot is going to now continue to try and swarm you live.
Cool.
Looks like it's going to hit with a 16. Okay, you take 11 points of piercing damage from that one. Of course, my machine is just slowing down now. Sorry, goodness sake. Okay, yeah. So it is now the Yokaidra's turn, and at the beginning of its turn, you see the heads starting to wake up. As Stray, you see the heads around you waking. Damn it, this thing's got a lot of heads. Okay, as the head in front of you guys explodes out of the ground and is going to go for where Elias was standing, but now is Sumihime. As this one makes an attack. So it basically is making a bite attack for each head. and it will. Yeah, you'll see the one down the passage there disappear astray as it goes back underground. But another one is going to reappear right next to it and go for Z. But the two behind you, Estrella, they look like they're going to go for you. Okay. Okay, the one hits you, Estrella, but I think the other one misses. Okay, so you take 14 points piercing damage there as you see these two heads rear up behind you and just start snapping down towards you as you dodge the one, but the other one just catches you and bites a chunk out of your shoulder as you see the one attacking Sumihime in front of you. And at this point, is that all the heads? I think so. I know these ones here also are, except for the one that Estrella knocked prone, which that one is going to be trying to get back up as it was really knocked off balance. But Sakura, I think from where you're standing, you might be able to see that one now thrashing around on the floor. And yeah, all right. So that's as far as that thing can move. And then the Yokaidra itself has also got a couple of heads right there. So it is going to make an attack against you, Jerry, with those. So it is going to make how many has it got? Oh Jesus! Okay. Double check. Yeah. Oh shit. Okay, Jerry. There are 7 attacks coming towards you and Spike.
All
This-
against me. I can redirect them.
What do you mean?
With the mobile combat and any attack against
Okay.
a creature, I can redirect against me.
All right. So then that is 7 attacks coming against you.
I am raging though.
Okay, hold on. Let me see before I do all this shit if I can actually add raging because. Okay, what are you concentrating on, Jerry?
Me? Nothing. I think because oh right, it's disadvantage attacks because of protection from evil and good.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not concentrating because I use the blade to activate it.
Okay. Just hold on a sec. Okay, there we go. Okay, the second one's gonna hit you for 23. Okay, third one still gets you. These are all at disadvantage, right?
Yeah, it shows 2 rolls, so I assume so.
No, well, I'm clicking disadvantage because you just said that it was. Is that
No, I'm seeing 2 dice is being rolled each time you attack. I don't see the number, so I guess it's disadvantage.
no?
It's
I
supposed
know.
to be.
I know that I'm rolling at disadvantage. I'm asking if I should be because of the spell.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that the effect? Okay,
It
cool.
should be. You should be.
Yeah, yeah. It is rolling at disadvantage properly. That is. Jesus, okay, how many has that been now?
That's maybe probably this is the last one.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I just. Okay, yeah, I think that's all of them. So, yeah, that did not go so well for Jerry, but it has. Just double check that it is. Yeah, okay, it has been halving the damage on all of those. So, as this thing, you just see this thing rise up above you, and all of the heads just come at you at once, and it is just swarming around you. Some of them are going for spike, but you just manage to get in the way of those, taking the brunt of most of these attacks. And I think, oh, that's almost the end of the Yokai turn, except that. So that was it's biting. Oh no, okay, that's another thing. All right, so that takes us on.
If it's the end of its turn, I'll use my reaction.
Okay, to do what?
Activate the stone rune. Oh, I didn't use this one as well. He needs to make a wisdom save, essentially.
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm trying to enchant it. Let's see if I can find it. me send it in the chat. Okay, I think it's in everything, but it's the last one in the list. I'm attempting to charm it.
Okay, yeah, that is automatically going to fail because you realize this creature is immune to being charmed.
Yeah, worth a shot.
Yeah, now you know. Okay, so you've used your reaction, but that is going to take us, I think, to the top of the round. Oh, I forgot I'd actually done this, so I could go through each head individually. Okay, Estrella, that brings us to you. What are you doing?
Oh, a horrible idea potentially. See, the spells, the what's called, isn't the silence? Lightning. So you can.
Okay, just to double check does call lightning usually you have to be able to see the sky, don't you?
I think you actually do.
I think that's the one limitation. Oh, so yeah, you summon your own storm cloud, then yeah, you can definitely do that. I mean, you have the power of the elemental on your side now. So yes, you would absolutely be able to do that. Where you casting it?
You see this hand here? That is. Seems that I don't have like what's card for some. Can't, but it needs
Okay.
to dex save. So the thing I'm a little bit afraid of is a cylinder with a 60 radius.
Mm,
That make it. That's worse.
yeah, I think that whole section is now storming.
It's
Yeah.
60 feet radius. It's the entire map, I think.
I hope no.
It's radius, not diameter.
Diameter isn't that the? Is that the half part or?
Radius is the half part, so 60 is the half.
60.
So the entire
It's
map is
30.
a giant cloud.
30. 30 basically circle.
Yeah, it's 30 feet in every direction from where you cast it. There is now a cloud filling this entire tree, basically. So you look up above you, and the entire that like darkness of the inside of the wood of this tree now starts to fill with mist and cloud as you just you hear this rumble. Well, you don't hear it, but you see the sort of flickering of lightning just brewing up above you. All of you can see this from wherever you are because it is taking up the entire basically the entire top half of this maze. And so does that mean everything in there needs to make that save?
That means exactly it. Oh, that would. Yes, pretty much anything. I think the only thing that escapes it is Sumehime and I because of our location.
Thanks.
Come on, you have
Just a
Dex.
point
You
within the cloud. You don't have to. You don't hit everyone. You just hit a point within the area of the cloud.
Yeah, can't you only hit like once per round or something?
Yeah,
I think it stays there.
Oh, win at point. Ah, perfect. It would only
Yeah.
hit this one.
Yeah, so you choose a point and then I think you can continue to do that. So you're attacking the main body and it rolled a 5 on its dex save, so that is a fail.
That's
You
a
can
9. So
roll your damage.
yeah, that's not lightning. The other one only be already stole me.
All right, very nice. As this, you see all these heads just stand up, and it's full blown Hercules style, as just above, like Jerry on the back of Spike, and then this bolt of lightning just cracks down and strikes it in the back, and you see its heads writhing in pain. Is that everything you're going to do on your turn, Australia?
No, since that's only a book. And presuming I still do that. Just being like lifting my fist and just slamming it down into the what's called the worm.
Oh yeah, go for it.
This broken.
Okay. That is a fail with 15.
Damage. Prone could technically move it. But this is a question. If I was to, let's say, use that and use the thing to basically push it down for a moment and then was step out here, you say that it would still get of it.
What? Sorry, I misunderstood that.
It's basically the creature is not prone, and I can move it 30, what's called 20 feet. If I was like, applied the force downward, I'd be able to use the moment with downward. That is technically without hearing for technique.
Yeah, one of them you would, but the other one would still get an opportunity attack. I will say you'd be able to, the one that you're hitting, you'll be able to just basically punch down, and the air will come from right above it and basically plug it right back down into its hole. So it's just the face sticking out of the hole there, and it's just kind of stuck there. But the other one that is next to it will be able to go for you with an opportunity attack. Okay, so that's going to be a 21 to hit.
It's
All right, you take 17 points. Okay, there we go. Yeah, 17 points of piercing, and you are out of its attack reach.
there's still people in that reach, and
Okay, Estrella, at the end of your turn, as you run around that corner and you see the creature for the first time, you will now also, you and Elias will both notice that the statues on either side of you are moving, and they are both lifting up their hands as it is now on the lair action, and these statues have become animated as each of them is going to get an attack as well with a slam attack. First is going to be the one right next to you, Australia. Holy mother of God, I forgot how hard these things hit.
Uh-oh.
Holy crap. Okay, no, it can only do one of those on its. It can't animate them all. Because, Jesus, as Australia, as you run around the corner, you've like backed up, you've done some great things, and then you just see this statue of a monk just suddenly rising up and slamming its fist down towards you as it just catches you and crushes you into the ground as well, with that 45 points of bludgeoning damage. And you just see this statue looking down at you as it goes back to its innate form. That is the lair action. The little yokai whose turn it is now is nearly dead, but is going to try and vitalize one more time.
I respect it. That's it. Oh wait, that's Australia.
With a 10, it misses. It's just its teeth
My
all broken
God.
and it like can't really move properly. So yeah, that one misses. This one. Okay, this one is going to be fighting with Z. Oh no, did it break your concentration?
Yeah, because the half is 22. Wait a second. Wait a second. I'm within 10 feet of Jerry, and you give me +4, right?
Yeah,
Jerry,
it's a +4 now.
that would 23. So because of
Nice.
so yes, Jerry saved the lightning. So we can continue riding the lightning.
Okay, beautiful. The one that you're fighting at the entrance there, Sakura, it is now its turn, and it is going to try and bite you again. But you are up in the air above it, and it's just snapping and going wild below. It just can't reach you. It wastes its action. Taking us on to your turn, Sakura.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of lost as what to do without verbal components. It's kind of
You see the maps. Are you able to move your token?
At the moment, my foundry is reloading because I swapped the computer because my friends were being allowed downstairs. They're like, you know, you can just like come upstairs. Oh, it just came in, but I should be able to. Yeah. She might just attack with Scion Blade again.
Okay, you continue to attack the thing below you.
Yeah.
And hold on, how are you back at full health?
I have no idea. I should not be at full health though. I've taken at least 10 damage.
Yeah, I mean, you took damage from the thing before. Oh my god. Okay.
I know I took 10 from it. I don't think I was damaged before that.
You were from the museum.
Oh fuck. Let me just go down to 60. Okay.
What? You down to what?
I'm just putting myself down to 60 because I can't actually remember what I was on.
Okay, it should be on 60 and Foundry now as well. That's fine. You can go with that, but please do keep an eye on it because I think it was probably just the D&D Beyond updating.
Yeah.
But what did you know?
She's going to attack with the Scion Blade. She's gonna just fly down a bit, attack it from above.
Yeah, I'll say you can make that attack with advantage because
Oh,
you're
nice.
flying up above it.
Uh, 16 damage to it.
Okay, yeah, your 16 points of damage. You nearly kill this thing as you just slice down and you see the entire jaw sort of fall from side to side. You can still see its tongue flapping about, but it's practically dead. Almost.
Nice. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, you're not going to move anywhere or anything?
Actually, you know what? She might try and go through the maze. Try and knock with her friends. For some reason on my thing, it's not my turn. I'll have to. So I can't actually move.
Yeah, okay, I don't know why. Okay, where are you trying to move?
She's just trying to follow her friends. So like left and
Okay, as you come flying around the corner, you see this massive head on the end of a neck that has got a mask similar to the thing that you fought before, but this one is sort of burrowing up through the ground. Are you going to try and fly over it? It seems like it's got quite a long neck.
that's a rough one. I think she might. She might also just fly up a bit then, so it doesn't reach her.
Okay, I'll say give me a dex saving throw as you try and, or an acrobatics check actually, as you try and fly around this thing without getting attacked.
Oi.
Okay, yeah, so this thing, as you try and fly in between it, you see it shooting up around you, and this is much faster than you expected. And we'll say that you are flying up, but you are going to end in its space there underneath it, as it is like flying up around you, and it is within attack range.
Okay.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, then that's going to take us on to Z. As Z sees this situation brewing in front of her, and she looks down at this tiny creature and is probably swearing under her breath as you see a glow sort of coming from where Z is standing. And Stray's healing knife. But yeah, Z's looking kind of hurt, but you see her yelling, and she is going to cast a spell. Oh, man. Sorry, the clock is in my fucking way. Yeah, okay, so she's casting a spell called Steel Wind Strike. Okay, so she flourishes the weapon and chooses up to 5 creatures as she makes a melee attack against each of them to do 60-10 force damage as she teleports between all of them. You just see her do a full Zenitsu, like she just crouches down, draws the blade, and then just you see a flash as she moves like lightning. You've never seen Z move that fast. Um, Holy shit. as she takes out the small yokai and all the heads around her. You just see her like this dashing back and forth, and then she appears on the other side of the wall. Oh, she actually gets another one. Because of the teleportation, I'm going to say she uses it on this this last head that was about to go for Sumihime. And she takes that one out as well. But you see all of these heads sort of crumple at the same time as she appears there, just on the other side of that thing next to you, Elias, giving you flanking with that. But that is going to be her turn, and probably the best thing she's ever done, with doing 39 damage to 5 different targets. As that the newly formed Yokaidra now starts moving its way around the corner, is sort of trying to get past.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
You see it just sort of leap around the corner and just over you, Jerry, as it lands between the two of you, and is just going to turn in. Let's see. It's going to actually, as it just lands, it's going to turn and move its head down in towards you, Jerry, as I need you to make a wisdom saving throw as you just see the hollow, wet holes that it has for eyes staring down at you. And it is using its blank stare.
Oh my fucking god.
Ah, indeed. As as you wait, but aren't you immune to frightened?
Oh, it's frightened. Yeah, I'm immune. I didn't know what the effect was.
Okay,
You didn't say.
yeah. Sorry. So I was about to say, I just remembered. So yeah, it is a frightened effect as it is going down, and every part of your brain is telling you you should be terrified, and you can feel Spike kind of whimpering underneath you, but you are just steel faced and you stare it down like it's like nothing, as it that is what it's doing on its turn. It didn't know you could do that. As you stare it back, Jerry, it is your turn.
Okay. Is the big creature like prone?
No.
It's not okay.
No, it was one of the heads that Z sort of stabbed along the way. I forgot that one was plugged into the floor. She just used that one as a springboard to kill the other one.
No teleport for me. Not I will fly. Here, so he gets opportunity attack.
That little one is not even going to attempt an opportunity attack. Oh, that one will though.
Yeah, the big
The one that was just staring you down.
Yeah. Also disadvantage, I believe.
If it's against you.
Okay, that's 15. That misses.
Yep. Then I'll get off Spike. back here. Spike stay there, yes. Oh my, I think I'm mounted on him.
Yeah.
There we go, I cracked it. I figured it out. Spike will attack twice. So I think I hit him twice. Yeah, 2 attacks.
Yeah, those both hit. The
And
one was
I
2
roll-
damage. I think they were both 2.
Yeah, the other one is 4. It's
4, yeah.
4. A whole 6 damage from Spike. Good
Yeah,
job.
it's like just gnawing at it. But yeah, I mean, you
Yeah.
can.
Bonus
So,
action. Giant Smite. I grow large. Oh my god, the macro doesn't work.
yeah, those effects died. I'm really annoyed about.
Oh man.
But I will.
Yeah, I'm large and I'll use 50 points of lay on hands to heal myself. And end my turn there.
Okay, yeah, I'm not.
I'll heal myself, it's fine. £50. And that will be my turn. And turn.
Hold on. What did you just? How did you get hit
Bonus.
points there?
Lay on hands.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I didn't hear that. Cool. Elias, you're up.
I'm gonna make like a squid and
Ink. Boom.
not too far. gonna use disappearing act for my fucking code. Actually, it might just be better to. And on top of that, go. Actually, is it 1? Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, and then on top of that, I'll spend another 2 charges to cast Gaseous Form on myself.
I don't think you can do both at the same time, can you?
Can do, with the very rare, very rare variant.
Yeah, but I mean, are you? I think you can do either, or it's still an action to do that.
When you activate Disappearing Act property, the Disappearing Act property, you can spend an additional 2 charges to cast the Gaseous Form spell on yourself.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. But then what about the fog cloud? Is that the disappearing act thing? Sorry, I don't know what. It's been a long time since I've looked at most of these things. You guys have got so many abilities. You're going to need to describe what you're actually doing.
Yeah, Disappearing Act just casts Fog Cloud on myself.
Okay, and then adding the extra charges, you kind of disperse into the fog. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you you see Elias drop the ultimate smoke bomb and become the smoke.
And then I'll sort of just. I think I only have 10-foot of movement. So I'm just gonna shimmy over here.
Okay, and yeah, you are essentially within the cloud, so I'm gonna make just gonna sort of make you invisible there. Or actually, wait, let's hold it like this. Okay, so Elias has become a cloud. Maybe he's a smoke elemental. Who knows? And this thick fog starts to fill the area as the smoke bomb seems to go off and just fill this entire area. It is heavily obscured, so you guys lose sight of the two smaller yokai and the new yokaidra, and the other one is still there are still heads sort of poking out the top of the smoke, just trying to get out of it. But currently, that whole area is heavily obscured. Is that going to be your turn, Elias?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Then that's going to take us on to Sumihime, who is now just sort of coughing and spluttering in the smoke and is going to try and get out of it, but she's just going to keep running. You you feel her sort of knock into you, Estrella, as she goes running past you. Yeah, she can't find her way out of the smoke quite yet on this turn. She sort of gets to the edge of it, but is still coughing and spluttering, and she thinks she's moving towards the Yokaidra, but that is unfortunately, yeah, I think she swings wildly out in front of her and misses. So that takes us on to one of the smaller ones, who is also, I mean, he's all eyes and teeth and is completely confused. So he's going to try and make an attack against where you were, but you are no longer there. So it's just snarling and biting at the floor. The main Yokaidra, though, on its turn, the heads are going to start awakening. However, I've realized that I actually put their tokens down, so I'll do those one by one, as this is just trying to like keep its head up out of the, or some of its heads up out of the smoke, but most of its body is still obscured. I'll say only two of the heads are not in the smoke, so they are going to be able to make attacks at where they can see. They're going to get one against Spike, who is up there, and one against Sumihime, who they've just seen down below. Okay, first one hits Spike for, oh Jesus, 21 points of piercing damage. Second one is going to be a disadvantage because the Sumihime is still in the smoke.
But is it Spike? Yeah. I'll use my reaction to stab it. Wait, I didn't. Do I see him hit Spike?
You can't see. You're in the
Okay.
smoke. Oh, it still hits Sumihime for 16 points, and the other heads, however. Oh God! I just realized something. This thing has got blind sight and tremor sense. It doesn't have eyeballs. It can sense you guys anyway.
Ah.
So this on the smaller ones will have an effect, but actually the heavily obscured is not doing too much to this one. So it's done 2 attacks there. It's gonna get 2 more against you, Jerry. And these are still at disadvantage because of your thing. Oh, okay. So both of those hit. Second one is 16 points of damage, and the first one was less. Oh no, both I think were 16. But you took 6 total and 8 total on those two after it had been halved. That's been generated, and then its heads will begin to wake up, as that is all the creature can actually do. Now all the things that Z slashed at. Sakura, you see another head appear as it rises out of the ground over here, and it seems to be moving to block off this little exit here. It doesn't seem to be looking up at you just yet, but it has just arrived sort of between you and where you are going. That one can't take an attack. Oh, this one gets up and is going to. Okay, this one is going to go for Z. Okay, this one arrives. This one is going to burrow underneath and is going to just appear right behind you. Can't seem to miss. Okay, yeah, sorry, there's so many heads. This one burrows underneath and reappears behind Z, is swarming her after it attacked her badly. Yeah, Z's not looking too good at this point. This one reappears. Doesn't get an attack though, and this one over here is going to go for you, Sakura. Ah, but misses with a 12. This one's going to burrow in here. It's just right up underneath and is going to go last one for Australia. Okay, as Australia, this thing lunges towards you, and it actually, as you sort of instinctively put your arm up to avoid it, it just grabs a hold of your arm, and its teeth have sunk down deep into the arm, and it has got your arm. It's trying to pull you back. I need you to please make me a strength saving throw.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
That's a
so
wait a second. No.
that is it's okay actually, because the 16 with that, that's enough not to lose the arm, but as you pull it back, it tears a massive chunk of flesh from your forearm, and it is bleeding pretty profusely. You are wounded, as yeah, it's looking really bad at the moment, and I think that's the last one. Yeah, that was the last. Taking us on to your turn, Australia.
Yeah. Not having an idea. What there is?
Sorry, wait. You can drop concentration just any time, right?
Holy shit! Just realized something. It's actually a good point.
Can I drop the
No,
volume
no,
up
it-
then?
No, it's just. Oh well, it's fine. Concentrate stuff because I realized like damage. Well, seeing
Yeah.
seeing that this is like not being sure how much there is. Making
I
sure
do.
that making sure the dragon is surely placed base. Nice. Skill list. And uses the power to turn into the Tempest. Or whatever it's called, the Sin Oak.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Someone's just throwing their mic down the stairs. Is that going to say?
What I say is basically that I'm sure that the red dragon mask is purely played. And turn into the Sin Ogre using a bonus action, which I think would also cancel the Cold Lightning. Put it.
Well, I'll say because you're becoming the Zenoga, there's usually that's surrounded by flashes of lightning anyway. You can make a lightning. You can call one of those strikes as the rest of that storm, and the cloud around you, it starts to just infuse you as you see all of you in this cloud that is so heavily obscured in this sort of smoke bomb. You just see that lightning just start to fill this entire chamber as it's just crackling around everywhere, and you see this transformation, the wolf-like creature, this draconic thing emerging from the darkness. As Estrella, you take your Zenoga form. Okay, just remember your your initiative is 25 because we're gonna have to switch.
Yeah, I remember.
I don't know.
Yes. It's a big boy.
That would be colossal. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Bring it down to the actual hitbox so that we're not. I did I put you at the bottom? There we go. Okay, it's made a little bit taller there. As yeah, you just emerge and you're pushing a lot of this stuff out of this space, but yeah, you are back and this there we go. There's an ogre is at full hit points. So Estrella,
Yeah.
wait, how are you still on the initiative?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh no, it says unknown combatant. I think it's just because it's still on your turn.
No.
I'm just gonna try to put you up there.
Unless it's polymorph, then it would just change.
Yep. Okay, I don't know what's happening there with the combat carousel, but it should be your turn.
Well, perfectly, since this one has blindside. Loud. See this creature? Basically the creature. And maybe dangerous, but it's the safest thing to do. Turns around the head basically and just fires a pulse towards the what's called the little thingy here, like the thingy there, and the Hydra. Let me actually see if I can both.
I'll try and move you over so you can.
Perfectly. Doesn't hit itself.
It includes allies, I guess.
It hits everything called cone that just put down.
Oh, it's a cone. Okay, never mind.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so then you should be. Uh,
I could spin it around so it's you also if you want.
I think it'll hit some aim as well.
Knows. He's immune to lightning.
okay, the big one got a 31. The little one got a nat one for a total of 8. So the little one takes that full damage.
Yep.
Okay, nice.
That
So
is
17.
17.
And
Oh, oh, question. It was actually succeeded. Too bad. Perfectly. Yes, exactly. Moved it 10 feet away. And with
yeah,
that,
so that one you just sort of see it get blasted back, and the mask spin around to the back of its head as it gets blasted back. between the little corner between the Yokai Hydra and the maze and just spills onto the floor there. Seems quite surprised by what just hit it.
And for that, the turn is over.
Okay, nice. That's going to take us on to. Oh no, I think Combat Carousel has died on us. Can you guys see what the pictures are?
I can see the pictures, but it's still.
Yeah.
So in the combat, the evil Malco. But the question is, do you believe in Malco?
I just want to see. Okay, I don't know why it seems a bit broken. But it is going to take us onto the one of these little lads. Oh god, I don't know how to. It's gotten all confused now. Yeah, I feel like a reload is the most logical thing. We have been battling for a while. Do you guys want to take a quick break and we can just give it a refresh?
It wasn't what I thought. I was thinking like, what if I could close the what's called the combat carousel and open it? That's not possible.
No, I've got a reset all button, but I don't know. I don't want to mess up the whole thing. Oh, it's fine. We can just. I don't know if I could. Foundry's the one place that technical difficulties can actually stop you in your track. Okay, there we go. Fixed it.
Yep.
I just had to remove Australia. That was the problem.
Yeah, that's why I love the polymorph one. Basically just transmogrify acting Sinogre and it takes the Sinogre.
Yeah, that's not even start. Okay. This thing is going to try and run away, but it can't actually run anywhere. It can't even get out of range, but it is so nearly dead. And what just attacked it there, it can't see what's going on. It doesn't know. So, sorry, is everyone still here? I said let's take a break, but then.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm here.
If you guys do want to take a break, shout, because we can do that. But I think this is still going. Okay, this one is sort of chasing after the Sakura as best it can, but it's. Oh no, this one also got pretty fucked up. It's going to try and get out of here. Sakura, it is your turn.
Yeah, she's back to full HP.
Most likely, if the it would, or if she refreshed it sometimes. But yeah. Oh, sorry, Sakura. Just my bot that triggered it because of noise.
Hmm. she's kind of lost on what to do. There isn't much she can do without verbal components. I guess she'll just attack at it with the Scion Blade again. Actually, what would be the repercussions for just cutting this stupid fucking string?
You mean the transformation?
No,
The string is
string
all
around
it's
it.
doing is casting a silence spell over this arena. But remember, the new spells that you got also don't use components. And you have got things that's part of the challenge. You could go outside and try and cut the rope. That would dispel the magic, but you guys didn't really investigate who would put that there or why or anything. So yeah. But you can make an Arcana check to know what the effect would be if you cut the rope.
For some reason, I'd rolled in D&D Beyond. 28.
Yeah, it showed up. You would know that it would end the spell, the silence spell, and
Okay.
you know that the creature you were fighting before was using a song, which is probably why it was silenced, because everyone who fell victim to the charm of the song forgot that the creature even existed.
Okay. I didn't know that those ones didn't need. She can't actually. Wait, she doesn't need to be transformed to use those. Hehe. Fancy.
Oh, and the other thing I wanted to mention with this ability, with these new transformations, I will allow you as part of the transformation action to actually halve your hit points. If you want to just go straight into the transformation, you can think of it like an attack on Titan, actually wounding yourself to trigger it. But that will drop you to half hit points if you're anywhere above it. So it's a big drop. Or it might not be. It might be like 1 hit point, but then you just need a scratch. But yeah.
Let's see. Maybe I want to do this. Concentration up to 1 minute. Yeah, I don't really. I haven't. The start of each turn. How many trees are here though? There aren't really any trees. There's grass.
Yeah, I mean, you're in a maze full of these pink leaves all over the walls. It just looks like there's flesh inside the walls. But it's definitely a garden of, it's a hedge maze.
Oh, it would just be difficult terrain. They wouldn't count as like trees that can attack with slashing damage from whipping branches, roots and vines.
Yes, they would.
Oh, would they?
You understand that spell gives you command over nature like that. You can you can make a branch that extend and grow and start smacking people, or make rocks appear out of the ground that just start flying around. There's a lot you can do with that. I assume you're looking at Nature's Wrath.
Yeah, Wrath of Nature.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, this entire place is primed for that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use that then. It sounds cool as hell. You said I can do it without any components.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. I guess I'm gonna animate. Wait, how big is that? A 60-foot cube? Did I remember that correctly? A 60-foot cube. Okay. I don't know why it rolled damage. But a 60-foot cube. I guess she would kind of center it like around there and try and get most of the things in.
Sorry, around where? I didn't see a thing.
Wait. Actually, I could basically get almost everything in this. Fuck. It's a 60-foot cube. Wow. Okay. She's just gonna get all these dudes like here and there, I guess. because that's within a 60-foot cube, so like that. But it said against enemies, so I'm assuming I can call upon the spirits of nature to not attack my friends in there as well.
Let me just keep reading this. Hold on.
Spirit to
Am I having
cast them
connection issues?
against your enemy.
Yeah, I think they're just following your command. I think that's. But I think you choose which one you're commanding. So are you going for the ground, the grass, or are you going for the actual walls, which would be the roots and vines? Oh wait, is it both? Oh yeah, it's both. Okay, so it's the the grass and the undergrowth does one thing, and the roots and vines do another thing. But you don't choose between them. It's just everywhere within that cube. So yeah, all of these walls and all of the ground just comes to life at Sakura's command as you feel it. And Sakura, can you describe to me what this looks like as you make this whole maze come alive to attack the heads and everything that's here? What is it? Connection issues. You there? Oh my god. Okay, this power was too
Turned
much.
into a robot.
Okay.
There we go. Hello. Hi.
Okay, there you are. Cool. So, you can at the end of your turn you can select one creature uh, to succeed on a strength save that the wall is basically coming alive to attack, and then you all of the ones on the ground. I'll say as you're casting this because it's usually how those things work. Will make the dex save as all of them as the entire maze just comes alive and starts attacking them.
Nice. So they're all afflicted by difficult terrain. But not all attacked by the maze. Okay. Each of your enemies within 10 feet. Does the maze count as a tree or does it count root?
Sorry.
Because there's specific things like grasses and undergrowth, trees, roots and vines, and rocks.
Yes, so
Which
the ground that you would be walking on is grasses and undergrowth, and then the walls are roots and vines.
nice.
But yeah, so anywhere within that cube, all of those effects are coming into effect.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Cool. No trees. Okay, but that's some good control, I think. Hopefully that'll
Yeah.
help.
Okay, so you need to choose one creature to actually attack with the roots and vines. At the end of each of one of your turns, one creature of your choice must succeed on a strength save. So which one are you attacking to try and restrain?
Let me actually go for one of these. Let's go for this dude here.
Okay, yeah, that one, as it's raised up to try and attack Z, all of these vines come out from either side and just tie it up completely there, as that one is restrained.
Cool.
And all of them take that slashing damage because it's technically just the one creature, and it rolled real bad. We got a 7, so they're all going to take that 17 slashing.
Oh, nice.
Which is not enough to kill him, but it does affect the main creature, which is very good.
Awesome.
This one, sorry, is restrained.
Yeah, and I think that's gonna be a 10.
Okay, very nice. As the two of the little the smaller yokai are destroyed by the grass and things, as you just see them all get kind of all the grass and vines just lifting up and dragging them into the walls as they're kicking and screaming.
Nice. Cool, and she's just gonna wait, she still has movement. Yeah, she might try and fly away from this thing. And try and move like this way a bit.
Okay, it is going to get an attack of opportunity against you.
All good. Hit.
Oh, that was a critical hit.
Oh shit.
So you take 36 points of piercing damage as this thing, as you
Sheesh.
try and fly away, it grabs you by the ankle and just you are pulled back for a moment. You manage to kick its head off of your foot, but it nearly chomped your whole foot off. So, but yeah, you can move.
Okay. Two. Let me also go just a bit up so I don't like. How long is this dude's neck?
It's pretty long. Hold on, how did you just get more hit points back?
I have no clue. I was on 60, so it should be on
24.
24. For some reason on my D&D Beyond it's 46. Let me fix that. 46 minus 22, I think. Yeah, there we go. So she has 60 feet of flying speed. Using 10 there, can she fly high enough to get over this one without like risking being chomped?
And no, that it seems like it is there to sort of block that entrance. So with a disengage, yes, but you can try and make another acrobatics check. I'll allow that to try and just do some slick flying.
I don't think my acrobatics is good enough. Okay, other option. How high are the walls?
Ridiculously, it looks like it goes up all the way into the tree. It looks like these walls
Oh,
sort of
shit.
mesh into the tree.
Then I think she might actually try not to get attacked by these. Might head this way, I think.
Okay, yeah, I'll say you'll be able to avoid the attack of opportunity because you're flying up alongside the other wall, and that one's blocking those two walls. So going this way, it's not going to get you. But
Cool.
that is going to take us on to who's next? Z. Okay, Z has got no blind sense or anything like that. She is in the fog and
Question. Hindsight.
You make a good point. Let me check here. Yes, you're right. Dragon Sight. Why is that not? It's because it doesn't attune to NPCs in the same way. It's annoying. Okay, so yeah, she's got yeah, that's a good shout there. As she is going to like put the mask to her face, and this flame will appear in her eyes. As does that? It doesn't say if that. I think that's a free action, right?
It is.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so she just blinks and that happens. Good shout. Doesn't it? I thought it also let you do a thing. Okay, cool. So she is then going to check her spell slots and possibly get the fuck out of here. Because she's almost down. She is also wounded. Yeah, she's got one more. Okay. She's going to do another steel wind strike. This is pretty much all she's got in here. As she just flashes through the smoke as well. Ooh, okay. She does 55 points of damage to the one next to her that has just been restrained as she slices up through that one and launches through the one in front of you, Estrella, up through the Yokaidra itself and then into the other one as she appears 5 feet just behind the shrine there, just under the other Torii. Is actually down there. All right, and yeah, she lands heavily hoping that that had done a lot more damage than it did, but actually she did some pretty serious damage to that one, and that is her turn. As we go on to yeah, this creature that just got knocked down. Oh Jesus. Okay, I have to do it. As this thing just got sliced really badly, it launches towards Z, and that is going to hit. As you see the creature jump on top of Z and just swallow her whole, much like it had done with Sakura. Okay, it's gonna say dead, but she's currently Z has been eaten and swallowed from what you can. Takes us to Jerry's turn.
Well, I still can't see shit. So I'll just, as a bonus action, activate the blade again and attack the big guy twice with disadvantage, I assume.
You are right on the corner of the smoke, so you'd easily be able to step out of it. It's sort of just reaching where you are.
Yeah, but I'll be out of range, so.
Yeah, but I'm saying
here.
like you could stay within its melee range and get out of the smoke by moving past Sumihime, is what I mean. It's like it's you're right. You guys are right on the corner there, but otherwise you can make it with disadvantage.
Jerry, go help give you blind.
Only if I activate it as an action. Not always.
And you're not still attuned to the mask.
No, I'm not. I'll just use the blade and attack from here.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. You are still in your large form as well.
Yeah, I am. That's extra 1d6 damage on the first attack. $21.
Yeah. 21 hits.
Cool. So no damage. One d6 and 2 here. Did it roll anything for you?
I'm not seeing anything now.
Let's try again. There we go. 53 on the first.
Yeah. 53. Nice. Okay. And this is slashing, right?
Yes.
Cool.
And
Yeah.
another
53 points.
swing. 15. 15 to hit, so
31 with disadvantage. It's hilarious. Yeah.
I got
You
two
got
15s, so that's just a 5d8. Normal roll. 43 on the second one. So 96 in total. And
Okay,
that
very
will
nice.
be, and Spike will swipe twice. That you have so little
Miss.
to hit. It should be a 12 to hit. It
Uh,
should be an extra +5. Wait, why is it?
it says 15 there.
Yeah, no, but he gives you +7 instead of a plus. No, but it's a miss. Second attack. That will hit. And it's a crit. Because he crits on a
Oh,
19.
very nice. Oh, okay, nice.
Whole 12
12.
damage.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. That's it's pretty good for Spike. On that bite, as he described to me what this attack looks like cinematically, just before we go on to the next, because you've done some pretty serious damage there. You've done like at least you've done over 100 points of damage between you and Spike there.
Yeah. Just like slice like from an upper angle and from a lower angle, and then just a big chunk of its folds of the stomach.
Okay. Nice, yeah. And as Spike's just tearing at it, Elias, that's going to take us onto your turn, I think. I assume that's your turn, Jerry?
Yeah, unfortunately, it is.
I'm gonna drop the fog cloud.
Hold on a
and,
second.
Are you sure about that?
Did I do the lair action on this round?
No.
The statue hasn't attacked anyone this round.
It's the statue's problem.
They are stoning.
Yeah, but you know how many things I'm tracking? It's because we were switching Australia over. So there was supposed to be that, but because this one is in the smoke, the statues can't actually see anything. So, and Elias disappeared from where it was, and it smashes down to where Elias was actually squishing one of the other yokai by accident. But yeah, sorry, carry on, Elias. Your turn.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna drop that concentration. I have no idea where I am, so
You're basically under the Xenoga's left leg.
Yeah, there's this weird lightning flowing through you as you're still in your cloud form. It's just very weird.
I'm gonna wander over yonder. Shit, that's just. Okay, but I'm going to return to a physical body. Is that an
Okay.
action?
Where are you reforming? I think you can basically do that anywhere within the cloud, right?
I've moved my flying distance just about here.
Okay, are you still under the Xenoga?
Yeah, yes. 10 feet. The movement isn't so great.
What? Really, only 10 feet?
Yeah, what Geisha's form.
Yeah, I suppose you are just basically a fart moving through the air right now. So, okay, you are currently there's a Xenoga's fart, I suppose. But the other creatures haven't seen you. Are you keeping that fog cloud up?
No. Fog clouds coming down.
Okay.
I'm gonna regret this.
And you said you were returning to material.
Yeah.
Okay, so you sort of you plop down on the back of Australia, if you over there.
Um. Would I know where Z is?
You saw her flash towards the Yokaidra when she made that attack. But actually, the thing next to you is dead as well. Actually, she killed that.
Uh, there's not much you can do. Alright, I'm just gonna sit in this corner and I'm gonna call it my turn.
Okay, you can see the one head alive there in front of you that can now see you.
Oh, I thought it was dead.
No, the one that I know there's a little skull next to it. I'll move that body, but that's the smaller.
Oh. Then I'll fire a crossbow at it and hope it actually fucking hits.
Yeah, there's too many tokens. I can't even select the other one, but yeah, that hits.
Okay, cool. So it's now poisoned if it doesn't have immunity. Oh no, it has to roll a DC 15 con save. Or it'll be poisoned.
Okay, so I was trying to click it there. All right, so concept. It got a 17.
Ah.
But that was a good move, as you with your sort of roguish intelligence, you as you do that, you realize that that neck is connected to the main body, and it seemed to not like the attack you just hit it with. After getting hit with that, you see the bolt sort of sink into the neck, and it's just seeping that poison into it, but it seems to be able to shake it off. But you realize that poisoning that head might have poisoned the main body as well. But yeah, it doesn't take effect that time. Is that your turn?
Would I get sneak attack since Estrella
Yeah,
is...
Australia's within
Okay.
5 feet.
Technically, yeah. The tail at least is within 5 feet.
Yeah, technically Australia's in its space. I mean, it's in Australia's space. It takes up that whole place. Oh yeah, yeah. With the rest of it, that head just crumbles as you just see where it was poisoned. You just see the ichor sort of spurting out, and that head just thrashes around like it's leaking, and it kind of collapses to the floor, now looking much weaker than it has every time it's regenerated.
I'm safe for now. Finally, that will be my turn.
Okay, cool. Then that is going to take us on to Sumihime, who I'd almost forgotten about, and is also underneath. Oh no, she's up there with Jerry. Okay, I thought she was underneath Estrella as well.
Maybe Estrella is the true false Hydra.
I mean, don't tempt everyone. Okay, so yeah, she is going to. Okay, you guys are going to see her do something quite strange as she just reaches out a hand, and you see her eyes sort of begin to glow, and you can see that she is saying something, but although you cannot hear it, you see this green sort of smoke starting to like emanate from her mouth, and then she breathes out, and you see this like a shadow start to emanate from her mouth as her eyes are rolling back, and it almost seems like there's some sort of spirit inside her that is leaving, and just she's using this like a weapon as she exhales this shadowy fire, and this creature needs to make both of those need to make a dex save. Yeah, no, it's going to just miss Australia there. Okay, they all fail, meaning that Holy crap. Okay, she does 52 points of necrotic damage to all of them. Oh no. Oh no, I thought I'd accidentally just clicked the dead button on all of them. But no, okay, so that is her turn. Sorry, that took so long. She, as Sumihime just exhales this shadowy fire breath, and it takes us onto the Yokaidra. As some of these heads start to stand up, the one in front of you, Estrella, does not. That one seems like it's just taken that. And the one that's restrained is still restrained. They all seem to be having a hard time. Also the one that Elias just killed is still, it's like it bled out all over the floor. But there is the one next to you, Estrella, that is sort of getting back up. Okay, then there are two that are chasing after you, Sakura. They're going to be just burrowing down and shooting up underneath you.
Oh fuck.
Okay, so that one's going that side. But I will say, because you're flying through the air, they'll have disadvantage on their attacks.
Okay.
Oh.
There's only one hit.
The first one did, oh god, for 27 points of damage.
Actually, what was the roll? So I might want to shield. Wait, fuck, shield is...
Yeah, you can't shield. But yeah, only the one hit, the other one missed. So yeah, but you are wounded by that one. As this time, as you're trying to get out of there, I need you to please make for me a Constitution saving throw. As this thing, or no, actually, what's better for you, your Dex or your Con?
My dex.
Okay, make a Dex save as this thing is trying to basically bite one of your legs off. This is the full Attack on Titan moment of those exact kind of jaws just reaching up towards, and they crunch down around your waist as you feel it like it nearly bites you in half, but doesn't quite have the strength to, as it lets go, and you just manage to push yourself out. It's kind of you're just still flying and trying to climb your way out of this one's mouth as the other one is also snapping at you, and you are down to very few hit points, but you don't lose any limbs on that one.
Oh, phew.
Okay, then that's those two heads there. Those ones are dead. Okay, now the main body gets its 6 attacks. Oh, no, 7. Yeah, 7 attacks. Okay, so it's going to take... Okay, it's going to take 3 against Estrella, 2 against Sumihime, and 2 against Jerry.
I will use Sentinel against it. Once.
Okay, yeah, you can make that attack when it goes for Sumihime. It's going for her first.
First spell, okay, yeah. $20 to hit.
Yeah, 20 will hit. Does look like it got Sumihime though.
It's 32 damage from me.
Okay, nice. 32 damage. Yeah, so as you see it chomp down into Sumihime, and you just slice through it there as you try and fight the one head back, but the other one just comes whipping around, grabs at her again, and then two more come towards you, Jerry. Yeah, first one's with a 28, does 22 points. Okay, second one, still at disadvantage. Oh, that hits with a 20. Okay, so that's 16 half to 8, as yeah, you're getting chomped down on by two of them. Oh, first one's a nat 1 against Australia. Second one hits. For 18 points of piercing damage, and then last one. And last one misses with an 18. What? Is your AC 19? Is that thing?
Yeah, it's just one above. Normal one.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So yeah, as there is now this like kaiju fight happening again between Estrella and this creature. As Estrella, I think that brings us on to you.
Yes. Undo. First thing I do, take a deep breath. Then just use light, which should hit both the Yukihydra and old little thingy there. Back.
Okay. There was a 4 from the small one and a 13 from the big one.
All for the it's 17. So they both
Yeah.
fail. And also very spiteful against it. Against the Hydra targeted. Firing that into the so miserable. Accomplished what?
Wait, what the hell is that?
You mean the beam? I don't know why. Fuck! It is. Why? Oh. Fun ability.
Okay, so the lightning shot is
Bonus action and the lightning breath action.
yeah, but the lightning shot you're imbuing a weapon, so you have to make an attack then with the weapon.
I think that's why it. Interesting. Knew there gotta be a.
Yeah, so I think that's something you can use to like empower someone else's weapon if you want.
Maybe it. How to strike or fight.
Yeah, you could do that. But it's like you could cast that on Elias's crossbow, and then he'd be able to fire a bolt of lightning with his next shot.
That's
It says with the throw. Oh wait, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, or a piece of ammo.
yeah. He can have that. He can have that. Just taking the little touching. How it.
I don't entirely need it.
Well, you can hit multiple people. You can hit multiple creatures with that, and you would still. Yeah, so it would be 48 lightning damage on your next attack with that. Is that lower than what you usually roll? That's about. You could still potentially get sneak attack on that. Why are you rejecting it?
Oh, just wait. It's a one-time use, right?
Yeah, he's just charged up your next crossbow bolt. That's all.
Oh, you've already okay. I thought you were offering.
This is he's blasted lightning out one way, and then some of that extra lightning has now imbued your crossbow for your next attack. So you'll be able to make a more powerful attack.
I don't want you to go out of your way to do something because I don't really have a good target next turn.
Okay, Sakura, that is going to bring us to your turn.
Okay. Hypothetically, the transformation, would that get me back up to full hit points?
Yeah, not necessarily. I'm not sure. I can't remember what all of your transformations do, but the
Okay.
transformation gives you the effects that are listed there.
Okay, then it wouldn't. Because it doesn't say it does. Fuck.
No, but you do get all those blossoms would fall around you, which could help you a lot. And you would be able to literally walk through the wall that's next to you. Those are all count as trees if you're trying to use the Dryad Stride.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm on 3 hit points. If I take an attack from either of those dudes, I'm dead.
Yeah, but look at what the things you do get from that transformation give you. You can use, remember, you've also got, there's another thing I think you can use to, you could become a tree. There's a lot, you've got options. Remember, you gain the effects of a Guardian of Nature spell, so you might want to remember that when you take that transformation, which I think gives you temporary hit points.
Oh, yeah, I might want to do that then. Yeah, let me transform. Now go for Great Tree, so I get my 10 temporary hit points. And so I'm currently on 14.
Did you add that to the temporary hit point section?
Oh no! Wait, fuck.
But are you
Where
using
is this
Candy or DTB?
Where is? Oh wait. Temporary hit points. Let me do that. 10. And then I should be on
Still be on 3.
Okay, there we go. And let's see. I forgot. Con saving throws an advantage. Oh, that's gonna be good. Difficult terrain. Okay. Bladed blossoms are gonna be useful. Okay, when it starts its turn, it'll take that damage. I think I might just stay there just in case. And might.
Yeah, I will say as you take this, you will see these pink blossoms just lift up off of the ground and sort of pull off of the trees as they all just begin swirling around you, and you will basically have this shield of cherry blossoms flying around you as you see the creatures that are leaning in to get you. As you start surrounding it, you see it slicing their faces, and they immediately start retracting their heads. They don't seem it seems to be deterring them at least a little bit, as they can't actually see. They're just getting their faces slashed as you begin this transformation.
Oh, nice. Oh, and this is a bonus action. Oh, I also have True Sight. And because it's a bonus action. Okay, I actually had a plan before I almost died.
Okay,
Hypothetically,
sorry,
if I
just quickly, because you have the True Sight and the Dryads thing, you can basically go anywhere in the maze right now, because you can basically walk into the wall and pop out anywhere in here. So, and with the True Sight, you know what's going on everywhere. So you can move wherever you want, basically, inside this maze. It's pretty good for your ability.
I think I might
clip.
wanna. Where would be safe? Wait, if these no, I don't want to go to the top of the walls. I might. That's not a good idea. Hypothetically, I have a spell that can just grow a tree. It's not like a big tree. It's like 1 foot diameter trunk. But because I have Wrath of Nature going, and that makes trees and everything attack, would that tree also attack?
Yeah, I mean, it would count towards that spell that you've got going. So basically, you now feel kind of what it's like for your father to control that entire forest, as you have, you have now starting to meld into this space around you, and you can feel all of the roots that are going throughout this entire maze. You can feel every leaf, every blossom. That it's just they are all under your control at this point.
Wait, because that's a bonus action, I could take the disengage and walk through a wall. Does it look like if I did not take the disengage and I just like walked into a wall, does it look like these two would still take opportunity attacks?
It looks like they are being deterred by the like bladed cherry blossoms around you. It doesn't look like they're going to take those attacks, or if they did, like it would slice them to ribbons before they actually manage to get you. It seems like you'd be able to move out of their reach because you're still flying, remember, so you're still up there as all of this transformation is happening. So these things can't quite get at you. You'd easily be able to move into the wall without them provoking
Awesome.
opportunity.
I guess she might emerge like over here. She'll just like plop into the wall and come out like kind of like behind Jerry. Just whoop. And I guess Jerry will just see like this flurry of
Yeah, he can't hear
This is
anything,
great.
so I don't think he knows you're there.
Oh.
Yeah, all the leaves behind Jerry start gnarling, twisting, and just as Sakura steps through them more majestically, and he's looking in the complete opposite direction.
She'll just go over there so that he doesn't get risk getting
Your head chopped off,
hit by
yeah.
them. Yeah. I don't wanna yeah. And then she'll just grow a tree like. How many of these things are still alive? Is that thing dead?
I think the big one is alive, and there is one on Australia. I think there is one on Australia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Australia can handle that one.
Big
She'll
one,
just grow
one
like
on
a.
Australia.
She'll just grow a tree like right there. Or like there. And then it'll attack with the rest of the Wrath of Nature spell.
Okay, yeah, I'll say as you try to grow this tree with everything that you're doing, you will sense in the undergrowth you'll feel the roots of this creature as well, of these necks that are all sort of under the ground and they've burrowed underneath from this thing, and you can actually see places to attack them just with the roots underneath as you start growing it into this creature, and you see the creature screaming. You still can't hear anything, but it is thrashing and it is not enjoying this as there are all of these growths coming up from underneath it.
Oh,
And
is it growing into the thing?
yeah, you're growing a tree, and the tree's roots are sort of stabbing through this thing that is also rooted in the same space. So there's quite a nasty fight going on there.
Oh, that's great because the spell I'm actually using here is Nature's Ladder, and the branches are actually evenly spaced and perfect for climbing. So this thing is probably also getting just branches grown into it, like a ladder.
You see one of the necks, the one in the middle, sort of like as it screams, it sort of starts to straighten out, and then you see its head tilting back, and out of the mouth you see these roots just sprout up and reach up towards the tree as this ladder starts growing out from its mouth, and it seems to be going right through the creature. But what was your damage on that?
Let me check that one. It's Wrath of Nature. It will be 4d6. 2, 3, 4. Let's go. Ooh, that's some pretty good damage.
Okay, cool. So this creature is now looking like it is rooted to the ground here. It doesn't seem like it can move properly. Its heads are thrashing around in every direction. I think that's probably the end of your turn, right?
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay. You see on the other side of this creature that the Yokaidra, that the other smaller one, was killed by Astrea's blast, and you can see it kind of lying dead, and in the goo that is left over from it, you can see Z's body just lying there. She seems lifeless from what you can see. And Oh no, was that? Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, but Jerry, that is going to take us on to you.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, can technically Sakura force the roll to be a 20 and make her like alive again, be alive? Like out of.
That is actually a good question.
She can use that effect on death saves. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Or no, wait.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about the forcing the 21.
Yeah, she has a feature that can force the roll to be a 20, I believe.
Yeah,
How much
if
is
it's a saving throw, then yeah, I
Yeah,
suppose
a
that
saving
would.
throw.
Not
Yeah, then
It
death
also
saves
forcing.
not-
would.
Not forcing. What it specifically
Decide whether
them.
the number
It
rolled is minimum to
Yeah.
succeed or one less than that number.
can say 20.
As a divination wizard, you can do that, but you have to like roll it in the morning and stuff. But yeah, Z, she looks like she's dead from what you can see, but you'd need to do like a medicine check to make sure.
Oh my god. Yes, they'll teleport. I'll shrink back. I'm not sure. It doesn't specify if it's another bonus action or not. So
I'm not sure. We'll say for now it's not. That's
yeah,
fine.
so I'll
You can just drop that.
hop on Spike. All of my movement. I'll fly to Z. I want to fuck it up and somehow make Spike disappear. Do it the old-fashioned way. That's exactly all he has. And I'll just pull out the greater healing potion I have since Yuki died and
Wow.
feed it to her as an action.
Okay, very nice. Would you mind just stepping one square up so I can actually click on him? Okay, yeah, you can roll for the healing. Oh no, somehow that applied it to the yokai.
Oh my god. It's the last thing we need now. Having it heal.
Yeah, no, under that, it's obviously because you still got him targeted. But as you like lean down and you start to pour this into Z's mouth, you'll see the magic take effect, and she'll just choke and splutter and just look up at you. You can't hear anything she's saying, but she looks grateful as she comes back to consciousness. But could you not even see where she? My bad. Sorry, she was on the ground right there.
Yeah. Are any of my new spells a bonus action by any chance? Action. Yeah, I'll end my turn here.
Okay, you can see that the creature's looking pretty angry at this point. But Elias, that will take us on to you.
Well, I'm gonna actually use this then. And I'll fire.
I don't think you kill it unless you create. It's fine.
I won't kill it. I just waltzed right next to another one. Whoops.
That's all right. I mean, that thing, Estrella would be between the two of you if you're trying to round the corner.
Ah. Okay.
You hit.
does that hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
So that's a
And
lot
you
of-
have allies within 5 feet, so you'll get your
Don't you
sneaky.
have the spell that's Jackass, so it's a 4d8 instead of a 1d6?
Yep. As you fire that, it will
Ah.
turn to a lightning bolt, so you can roll 48 damage instead. Okay, yeah, that's
An
an
extra
extra 6 on
six.
top of that.
Alright. And to roll another d6. What's 1? Devon. I don't think that helps.
I don't think it works because they incorporate
Oh,
lightning,
Dev.
but yeah, maybe for other reasons as well.
Wait, sorry, I missed that. What does it do?
Deafen the target.
Mhm. But I
Instead
don't
a
think
silence
we
spell.
really need to do anything about that.
Yeah, that's well, now it can't hear itself, so it's still good, I suppose. So yeah, might be good. Although I will say, it does have a tremor sense of 15 feet, which that really messes up, especially with all the roots in it. And we'll say that that's more of the effect it has, is that it loses its tremor sense completely, because between Sakura's attack and Elias's, that they really hammer it down.
Ah. And as additional spite, I will cast Ray of Frost.
Oh. Okay.
Wait,
Please
no,
can you
I can't do
explain to
that.
me how Elias comes to the conclusion that he's going to try this? Because he's been pretty adamant that he can't do no magic, and then he just did that.
He
Why is it
briefly
disadvantage?
recalls the turret incident in the forge and thinks, okay, so that was me. I can try this again. And with a lot of straining, something happens.
Yeah, it's just this moment of like rubbing your hands together
Wasn't
and sticking them
entirely
out.
sure
And
what.
yeah,
but
it's just
some-
like flinching. Like, is anything gonna happen? Is anything gonna happen? And the rest of you see this blast of ice just emanate from like a Kamehameha blast uh, from Elias, as it just hits one of these things in the face, completely freezes the entire head over, and it starts just bashing its own head against the wall, trying to smash this ice. But it, yeah, with 11 points of
dis-
gold.
despite despite having silence everywhere, you could almost hear Elias just go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, yeah. Sakura, you hear this telepathically. Anyone with any telepathy can. It's that. It's telepathically audible. Is what I'm trying to say. But yeah,
Interesting.
so that lowers its movement as well. You've sort of, in a way, blinded it with by deafening it, and you've also kind of frozen it a little bit to that spot. And this thing is not looking so good.
Aha! I've done a thing. That'll be my
Yes.
turn.
And this was the day Elias cast his first spell. Now, is that your turn, or
Yeah, that's my turn.
okay? So I'm just gonna make. We assume we're sort of under Astrea's legs at this point.
Please don't move too much, Australia. You'll just be fucking pin me against the wall.
Is it now
Well,
you
this
don't? Do you want me to do a dolphin dive now?
Please don't.
I
I
will
might
say,
just kill me.
Elias, currently, Astrea's legs are providing half cover to you because she's that big. But if she dolphin dives, it's going to be real bad. But I think if that is your turn, we will move on to Lady Sumihime. And Sumihime is going to do something that is going to look kind of stupid.
No.
Sumihime sees the ladder coming out of the top of its mouth, and she's going to run and jump onto the creature. She's going to actually try and climb up onto the Yokydra with all of these heads like biting in towards itself, like going for her as she goes up. But as she sort of gets to the one that is all like straightened out and locked in place, she's like hanging onto the side of it, and that is she's gonna have to make a check. Let's see. Oh no, it's me. As she's sort of struggling to get up here, one of the faces like turns to look at her, and you can see her shouting at it, even though there's no sound. And she's just holding a hand up in front of it, like she's telling it to stop fighting or something. She just seems to be yelling at it, despite the fact that it clearly can't hear her. That is. Yeah, that unfortunately is going to be all she can really do on this turn, as she's trying desperately to sort of calm this thing down. And that is going to take us to its turn, and it's going to have to make a save. Oh, okay. I just rolled a nat one there. Okay. So as you see these heads that are on the sides, they're looking quite weak now. They're like sort of flopping around. You see the one head that was about to like that Sumihime is busy sort of shouting at. You see it stop before it attacks her and just sort of hold there for a second. And there is another head that's going to turn and look at her. And those two heads are not going to be um, making attacks this round. Yeah. So okay, it is going to. The rest of the heads are still going to try and attack Estrella. Yeah.
Quick question: what would happen if we were to lose limbs?
Ask Jerry.
No. Jerry cut off his own limb.
No, he didn't. He lost it. It was reattached backwards.
Oh. Why do I remember Jerry cutting off his arm?
Because he did to press
Oh.
place the. He didn't get it off his arm. He asked the one eye to cut it, so he can place the prosthetic. It's a lot of attacks.
Well. Fun. Ooh. I'm gonna take first. Lovely hand in front of me. Bite at it. Not be on. Then use the what is it called? Side claw and just stab into the creature. And little trick. Presuming I of course do it. The left claw step into the creature and imbue the creature with a lightning shield. Oh. Can be done.
Oh. Hmm.
Fine. The final thing. That
Yes, very quiet.
It is.
yeah, I even checked my settings. Discord or change it.
Yeah, DM wasn't talking throughout the entire all of the attacks. Wasn't sure what's going on.
I finally realized what Sakura was. Those eyes. It's like, I see.
Hi, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
I now.
Man, fucking Discord. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I wondered why. How long have you not been able to hear me?
Since
Since you started
around,
attacking everything,
I think around
Yokaidra's turn.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that thing was. I wondered why Astray wasn't responding to any of. I was like, geez, okay. I thought you were just being grumpy because you'd been attacked a lot. So yeah, that thing unloaded on you, Australia, and started biting the shit out of you. It took another bite at Z as Jerry was trying to. Well, as you were healing it, it leaned down and grabbed Z and pulled her away from you. She has been taken down again. But then on Astrea's turn, you started just ripping through the creature as well, and I was confused because I thought it had done the damage to you of your lightning blast, but
no, I just dropped it down there, and still, since I'm immune to lightning, really matter.
okay, yeah, that's what I realized. Um, so yeah, you've done some pretty major damage to the main body of the Yokaidra. It is now coming onto Sakura's turn, as you've just seen the this thing is biting the shit out of Australia. It has ripped pieces off of the Zenoga. The Zenoga is looking pretty hurt by those, but it has paid back in full. And Sumihime is sort of hanging onto the Yokaidra, just trying not to fall off. Just it seems like she's desperately begging it to stop, but you can't actually hear her. Sakura, you are in your tree form, in this sort of dryad spirit form, as you've emerged from the walls of this maze. What are you doing? Sakura? Can you have you lost me again?
We can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Last I
Yeah.
saw was about 2 minutes ago. But,
Oh,
BRB.
she said BRB. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if that was me breaking or the timing. Okay.
Um,
Right. Let me just make sure here. So, Estrella, can you describe to me while we wait for Sakura what that attack looked like as the Zenobia was attacking? Because I didn't quite. You
Uh,
used a lightning bolt with your claw, right?
yeah, basically what it looks like is just into the body and just there and firing like through the body. Yes, with power. If there's like a lightning exit the body, just missing the shrine and just going through the Torii gate and into the maze, unless that's another travel point.
Yeah. Awesome. So, Sakura, are you back yet? Okay, well, I'll literally give it one more minute because the timing. Okay. I think we can go on to Jerry's turn so long as Z is currently down and she's going. Okay, yeah. She seems like she's been pulled away from you and is in the mouth of the Yokaidra as it's just lifted her body and she's like fallen unconscious again. Jerry, what are you doing there?
Testing. Hello.
Ah,
Okay, there we go. Nice. Um,
hold on.
so
Sorry.
Mihima asked to try and not kill the creature. The fuck?
Because it's
That's
some spirit of the
Lady
crane,
Doji.
some shit like that.
If we don't
Mm.
kill it, it's going to kill us. And she says that telepathically to her. I mean, I'm nearly dead.
Yeah,
Astray is nearly dead.
her explanation was that angry spirits don't know what kind of harm they cause, and that I know you weren't there for that, so I'm just giving this to you now, and that killing them, removing the spirit of Lady Doji from the Crane clan would be a very big deal and a very bad idea. Like that, you would be lynched if you did that kind of thing. And this is also Sumihime's mother, as far as you understand it. So the plan was to try and not um, completely abolish the spirits, but to just calm them down and like beat them into submission. So you don't have to worry too much about like you've just emerged from this thing in your full dryad form, and this creature is looking like it's on its last legs, but destroying it completely is one thing, and then there's just like beating it so that it can't actually fight you anymore. Those are very different options, but this is all up to you. I'm not going to try and influence your decision.
I guess she'll say, fine, but count me out from here on out. I do not want to risk dying again. And she's going to go through the wall, and it said like 150 feet, so I think she's just gonna pop out of the tree with the rope on it, wherever that is, just like outside the maze. If she wants to continue trying to if she wants to try and reason with this thing, then that's all on her. But Sakura's not going to stay for that and risk dying.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Where are you going?
She's just gonna go to the tree outside. You said there's a tree outside with a rope around it.
You're inside the tree.
Oh wait, there is. Oh, well then, to the outside of the tree, if that's
Okay.
possible.
Sakura yeets out. She's gone. Jerry, you're up.
Yeah, we'll fly up on Spike. It's kind of weird, but I'm giving Z a normal potion now. She's still
Okay.
clashed in there, but Lucian's not dead.
I'll say,
She's
give me
6 HP. Okay.
give me an athletics check to just try and actually get her back, to try and like pull her onto Spike to give her this potion.
20.
Yeah, that's cool. You managed to sort of reclaim her and 6 hit points.
And Spike will, I guess, beat it to submission. That's
Spike
cool,
kills
miss.
Lady Toshi.
Can go ahead and execute Spike then. He'll just return. And another miss. That's my turn. On to Elias.
Actually, you know what? Sumihime is just sort of like hanging there, struggling to get up, right? Oh, we can't
yeah.
get up. Never mind. How far can I throw like a bottle?
How far can you throw a bottle?
Because I have a potion of climbing and I want to throw it to her.
Yeah, I'd say you'd be able to do that. You can give me it would be a dex check, so I'd say you can either make a sleight of hand check or you can just make a like a ranged attack roll.
Well, you know me. Oh.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yes, yeah, yep.
Sorry, I just saw Jerry's message. Yeah, so with that, you are easily able to throw that up to her, and she seems quite distracted, but she catches it and just looks down at you and nods. But yeah, that I'll say you can do that as a bonus.
Awesome. Now I'm just going to sit there because there's not much else I can do.
Okay, you guys remember? I mean, Jerry was doing non-lethal fighting the whole time when you like walked in here. This is not
Yeah.
okay. I mean, that's fine. I'm not trying to just if you guys are abstaining from fighting because you're worried about killing this thing too much, then I feel like there's been a miscommunication. But anyway, I guess that is going to take us to Sumihime's turn. As yeah, she will drink the potion, and you'll see her hand just turn Spider-Man style. She'll be hanging off the side of it. As the other one, she just grips the one face with her hand, and you can see her just looking at it intently as this thing is staring back at her. She's going to try and get through to it as she takes out her fan and is going to slice through its neck.
Yeah, same as you, Elias.
she just like hits it on the side, and she's just holding on to it as she's just kind of gripped now onto its face, just hanging from one of the heads, just shaking her head. You can see there's tears streaming down her face. You can see the thing's just whipping its head around still. Yeah, okay, I guess that takes us to the Yokaidra again. Oh, fuck that. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, I guess the Yokaidra's
Oh.
just going to. All right, the Yokaidra's is going to unload the rest of its attacks. There is two coming towards Jerry at the back. There was the one in Sumihime's hand going for her, two more going for her on top of that, and then the last. I mean, sorry, what did I just say? There's three for Sumihime, two for Jerry, two for Estrella, and the one still behind Estrella. Those are the only ones still standing.
And I should get Sentinel if it goes for Sumihime. I didn't leave its range when I flew up to heal in the back.
Yeah, all right. We'll do the two towards you first, and then we can. Oh yeah, you get Sentinel against Sumihime. So yeah, there's two coming towards you.
Yeah, so I will take them.
Oh, that was a crit. I rolled normal damage. Right?
He critted with a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Damn.
So that means it double critted. Holy shit. Okay, so if this next one hits, I'll just roll the crit damage on that one instead. Yeah, that one was a dirty 20, so that one just hits. And I'll roll the crit damage on this one. Ooh, 38 points of hitting. Then wait, Jerry, you are not. You're right up next to it, right?
Yeah, you moved me up because she was standing down here in the spot.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let me just move you back because now that she's on spy, so you're just below. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I thought I'd messed up the range there, but then, yeah, that's right. And then two towards. What did I say? Two towards you, two towards Sumihime, and two towards. Or the others towards Australia. Okay, so first one towards Sumihime. Fuck, so it's lagging now.
Yeah, or maybe only one against Sumehime.
Yeah, so you can, as you see that one rush in towards it, you can make your attack.
Yeah, I did. It's a nat 20.
Okay, well, my whole machine is like shutting down, so can you just call out what's.
Yeah, not 20. Can I non-lethal a crit?
Yeah?
Okay.
But I guess. Well, roll the damage. I don't.
Yeah,
Everything's frozen for me, so you need to call out what you roll.
Yeah, one moment. A 76. Non-lethally. It like drops unconscious from blood loss or something.
Okay, just give
If
it.
it's enough.
You hit it so hard with like the blunt end of your weapon that it just caused a shockwave that ruptured its organs or something.
No, so okay. What happens here, Jerry? As you just spin the thing around, you see this head just rushing in towards Sumihime, and as it's like she had just resigned herself to kill it as well, as it comes rushing in towards. Cook that card. Um, you see Jerry just leap up into the air over Sumihime's shoulder, and with the back of the katana, he just he brings it down onto the forehead of this creature, as you just see this spark of light as this massive. It's like some sort of a spell had gone off there, as you're used to seeing these divine flashes from Jerry's attacks, but this time it's like he's channeled some sort of a power from his whatever god he prays to, as you see this entire creature just it starts to dissolve as all of the heads look like they're screaming, and the entire thing just starts fading away. You see these little flecks of black, like spiritual flesh, if I can call it that, just starting to dissipate as both of you fall down to the floor, and you and Sumihime both collapse to the ground. But lying next to you is another figure. Which I will reveal when Foundry sorts. And you see this woman that is lying on the ground. You see her one long neck with the face, now not a masked face, but the actual face of like a painted lady that just starts like lifting into the air and looks completely like groggy as it just falls to the ground, seemingly unconscious after that attack, but is lying there in this pool of ichor and whatever that you guys are all in. So Jerry, as you land in this, we come out of combat. What do you do?
I just look at Sumehime to see what's her reaction.
Yeah, for some reason I thought she was the unconscious one. Yeah, she she sort of pushes herself up in all of this, looks at you with this confused look on her face, and then turns to see her mother as she leans down and she picks up the woman's head, as you see the neck sort of shorten and it just grows back to like a normal human size. She just holds her in her arms and she looks up at you, Jerry, and she mouths the words "thank you." And I think that might be where we end tonight's session, as we are a little bit over time and we can see what all of this means next week.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah.
Sorry, I kind of forgot non-lethal damage existed.
It's technically a monster, so usually it doesn't work.
What non-lethal damage?
Non-lethal against a monster usually, because you can't knock a monster out. Usually, you just kill it. Maybe that's how
Is that like a
Monster is.
rule that you've just been
No,
you
I'm
just
used
conveniently
to it.
told me about now, I think.
No, that's how I'm used to. I don't think it's written anywhere.
The
No, I
rule.
think yeah. Look, I think it's pretty retarded that you can to use your sword and get the same amount of damage and just say, "Oh, it's non-lethal. I didn't use the blade of my sword." Like that's
No, I didn't say
idiotic.
that. I said that
Rules wise, but like I think there are ways to attack. You know, we keep saying hitting them with the hilt of the blade, but I think there are other ways to maim someone rather than non-lethal isn't necessarily better. Like, doesn't mean you didn't hurt them. It just might mean you cut all their limbs off so they couldn't chase after you.
Yeah, I just said that I hit
Anyway,
it and for so much blood loss it just gets knocked out or something. That's what I said.
Anyway, thanks for the game. I'm off. See you next week.
Yeah, cool. You can go. Cheers.
Bye.